to the session that we're going into next, which is an expression by Kalki Koechlin, La Femme Terrible, an intense piece about the truth of womanhood. She would be enacting this expression right here on this platform of the 13th edition of the India Today Conclave.
Sorry, I'm late. You know, celebrities, you know us. Sorry about that. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me your time. I'm going to share with you a little nursery rhyme. Do you remember in the beginning, God made man? Remember that? God made man in his own image. Oh, yeah. And then that was it. Mankind, humanity, woman, man. I mean, what chance in hell did we ever have? We were sidelined from, I don't know, the Big Bang. Remember Draupadi? Draupadi married off to the 5 Pandavas. She garlanded only Arjun, but they said, marry all of us. 5 husbands. That can't be fun. God knows, in fact, everybody knows I have enough trouble with just one. Remember Eve and the apple. Some people found it practical to blame one woman for all of mankind's evil. Surya and Kunti, the Virgin Mary, Gaia, the goddess Mother Earth. She's the one we all trample on. Or Aphrodite, the queen of love and beauty, also the patron of prostituting. Persephone, she was less known. Raped by Hades, she was made goddess of the underworld. Not even goddesses were left alone. You might not know Aisha. She was one of the wives of Prophet Muhammad, and after he passed, she challenged a caliph for power. As you can imagine, it created quite a ruckus, led to war, in fact, all because of one woman's fuss. And so was born the tradition Islamic that women should not engage in anything politic. But, of course, they did. Of course they did. Women have their ways, as someone once put it. The Queen of Sheba, Empress Theodora, Rabia al-Basra, Cleopatra, the Victorian era, the Mona Lisa, the suffragettes, Marilyn Monroe, the 60s and burning bras, the unpopular Thatcher, and our very own Indira, etc., etc. And now, here we are. Here we are. We've made it this far, thanks to some seduction, perhaps a little manipulation, but mostly thanks to Mother Nature and ovulation. Now look at all these queens and goddesses of history. No king ever went down on one knee. No prince ever came to the rescue. No deity was even that trustworthy. Yet all we've heard since we were, I don't know, 3, are fairy tales, adverts, TV, made-up stories telling us to pray, hope, and wait to be saved. Yeah, right. Look at us today, on International Women's Day, with a few minor disappointments and a hell of a lot of things to say. The woman in red, the girl in pink, the widow in white, the burqa in black, the color of lipstick. Oh boy, do I know about the color of lipstick. Viva Glam, Lady Danger, Fresh Brew, Faux Frenzy, Hot Gossip and Sweetie, Ramblin', Sis, Creme Cup, Paramount and Modesty, Fetish, Spice It Up, Naked Perry, Honey Love and Odyssey. Apply, line, seal, smack, pout, and you're ready to go out. Sometimes I just want an oversized t-shirt, boxer shorts, unkempt hair, and unibrows. I want armpit hair long enough to plait. Yeah, I want a clean face without a trace of makeup. I want to look the way I do when I wake up. I want to scratch my head, dig my nose, lick my fingers, stretch my legs, and spread my toes. I want to smile with my gums showing, bare my teeth, contort my pretty little face into wrinkles. I want my crow's feet to look sexy, or my salt and pepper hair, or my sunburned skin. I want to be George Clooney, basically, but with breasts and a muffin. Alas, no, no, no. Control, control. Keep it down, stuff it up, bottle it in, switch it off, cross your legs, wear a bra, sit straight, and smile sweetly, please, for the camera. I remember I went to a party. I went to a party where I was looking for something real. There were glittering, flashing lights, sparkling clean glasses with something bubbly and expensive inside. There were stuck-on smiles of painted lips and gorgeous, skinny, beautiful ladies all around. I craved a touch, a caress, a smile, but my senses, they were intimidated by cloned perfection. I thought I could hear strange sounds. I thought I could hear nervous giggling, intoxicated complying. I thought I could hear muffled wailing. I thought I could hear the buzz of millions screaming out their instructions. Sit down, stand up, stay, this way, that way, go away. And suddenly I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I'm choking. This room is filled with smoke from regrets and weak, nicely packaged cigarettes. This room is full of false dreams, luxury and fame. This room is full of fat sharks with sharp teeth sliding through delicate skin like a hot knife through butter. Oh, butter. God, I'm so hungry. There's nothing to eat at this party. No food except some frozen bits of fish on a silver platter. I take one. I'm still hungry. I take another. I'm stared at by the waiter. No matter. I take the whole platter. I totter off to my little corner, sit next to an old man, and start to eat from my platter. I'm stared at by the latter. No matter, I continue to eat from my platter. I finish my whole platter. I wipe clean the crumbs from my platter. I lick the whole platter. What? What? What are you all looking at? You stop it. Stop looking at me like that. I was hungry. Haven't you seen a girl eat before? All right, stop staring at me now. Seriously, I'm done. You can stop staring at me. Can you hear me? I said stop staring at me. What is wrong with you people? Can't you hear me? I said stop staring at me. Stop it. You're making me crazy. You're driving me totally crazy. Oh, God. God, I don't know what's gotten into me. I'm so sorry. It's that bubbly stuff they gave me, making me all dizzy. Well, I better get out of here. I'm bumping into everything. I'm bumping into people and furniture and things. I'm bumping into practically everything, bumping into shiny lives, through living ghosts, past sickness, ramming right into anger, wastefulness, nothingness, bad times, endless sleepless nights, bumping into endless sleepless nights and half-dead daylights. They're violent bumps from losing loved ones, losing innocence, losing dignity, losing looks, losing, just losing. I am starving. I'm starving for something real, something breakable, something tangled, fragile, imperfect, and free. I'm starving to be me. What am I complaining about? What am I complaining about? What right do I have to complain? I have money, friends, and fame. I'm not 15 and married. I'm not a little girl who's been lied to that she's a woman. I'm not a little girl who's been raped before she's been kissed, who's been made mother before she's had time to play, who's never had anything her way. Does she even ask to be free? Does she ever dream? When her husband enters her, is it Shah Rukh Khan she tries to see? Does she ever feel sexy? I don't know, but I don't think so. This is her job, 24/7, 7 days a week, zero pay, just get through each day. You think she cares about freedom, rights, politics, or religion? She's 15. She cares about food and what her neighbors say. Politics and religion. Politics and religion, on the other hand, are for the luckier, the wealthier, the clever. And in our land, politics and religion go hand in hand. In fact, over here, politics and religion can be an enviable career. So, your religion tells you to cover up. Your religion tells you to shave your head. Your religion tells you to be meek, keep your eyes lowered, keep having children, keep your mouth shut. What if your religion told you to hate the other? What if your religion told you to burn alive on a funeral pyre? What if your religion told you to do whatever you felt like? Spit, scream, gossip, fight, lose control, make noise, pollute, marry a child, perform an honor killing, rape, torture, discriminate, keep breaking the law, keep locked up, keep uneducated, keep submissive, keep under your control. Does God have a say in your religion? Has God become a politician? Dear men, dear powerful men, I know you care about women. I know you care about her. I know you want her to feel like a princess. Put her up on a pedestal, make her a goddess, and give her a special day, International Women's Day. You want to carry her so she can't walk, hold her so she can't be free, tell her so she can't know any differently. But no, that is not how works equality. It is hard work to change a whole nation's mentality. It is hard work to go unnoticed, to change the roots and minds of a people who have been too long deprived of education and basic rights, who are steering towards intolerance and misanthropy because of shameless inequality. Dear men, in all this, will you let me stand in your place? Would you give me the power to laugh in your face? Or will you arrest me for blasphemy? Label me as loose, slutty, crazy. Call me Basanti, Pinky, Sweetie, whistle at me. Oh, wait a minute, not just dear men. Dear Auntie, will you stop gawking at me? Dear Didi, will you stop telling me to shut up? Dear Ma, will you stop ignoring me? Dear women, will you at least stand up for me? Enough, right? Enough of a woman who has become vicious from her environment. Enough of a woman who has to become a man to compete, who has to weaken where she is strong or strengthen where she is weak. Enough of a woman who has to make space for child and lover, who has to occupy what space is left over. Enough of uninformed teenage girls bleeding after losing their virginity and keeping silent after. Enough of having to deal all alone with the morning after. Enough of the disposed fetus or the unwanted daughter. Enough of girls in fairy dresses with bulimia and major complexes. Enough of parents in denial, gender gaps, and dividing sexes. I'm tired, you're tired, we're all tired. We're tired. We're tired of waxing, manicuring, exercising, aborting, procreating, posing, shopping, smiling, fucking, threading, water bursting, the pill, makeup, high heels, stainless steels, tampons, covering up, nurturing, caring, and crying. Sometimes I just need to breathe. Sometimes it's just hard to breathe, right? It's hard to breathe when you have a man pounding on top of you incessantly like a daily routine. It's hard to breathe when he turns over and goes to sleep, leaving you completely unsatisfied sexually. Oh, it's hard to breathe. When your clothes are too tight or the underwire of your bra is poking into your ribs, or it's too hot to be wearing all this. It's hard to breathe when you want to stop being stared at, but everyone always is. The rickshawala, the watchman, your neighbor's husband, they're all watching your chest heave every time you breathe. Sometimes as a woman, you feel guilty to just breathe. Of course we're going to be hysterical. Of course we're going to scream. Of course we're going to be unreasonable. You think it's reasonable to restrain breathing? Hello. Namaste. Salam. I am a Hindu, a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Sikh, an atheist. I am 20, 30, 40, and 50. I am single, married, divorced, and half the country. I am a mother, a daughter, a wife, and a prostitute. I am a stereotype, a trophy, and a prisoner of patriarchy. I am a woman in Indian society, and I am not yet free. But forget about all of that for a moment. Forget about everything, and just look at me. Look at me. Look at what you see. Don't be naughty, don't look at my body. Look beyond that. Look into my eyes, look at me. You know, I'm not some hardcore feminist, to be very honest. I'm not a rebel like some people like to believe. I'm not even that impressive a celebrity. I mean, you know, I don't even dress up properly. And my therapist assures me that I'm not completely crazy. So look at me. Look at what you're seeing. You're seeing another human being, right? You're seeing another you in me. And really, there is no difference between you and me. And that's all we need to grow up understanding, essentially, to make ours a better society. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Kalki Koechlin. For those uninitiated, I want to tell you, Kalki has written this entire monologue on her own that she's performed on this dais here on the 13th edition of the India Today Award.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kalki.
Should I sit? Yes?
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. We're going to ask Kalki a few questions right now. Kalki, you often say that you are an artist, you're not an activist, but very often you use arts to seek change, a classic example right here. Can you talk us through this piece? What made you write it? Why did you write it importantly?
Well, I had to write something for this, and I just felt like, you know, there is so much bubbling inside a lot of us, and most of the time we have to be quiet about it, you know, because you don't want to create a scene, you don't want to start a fight, you know, you don't want to do all these things. So when you get a platform like this where you can completely take advantage and bubble over with all the expressions, it's great. It's a great way for me to do it. I personally think that acting is therapy because you get to like express all these things. But at the same time, yeah, I hope it has an effect.
This is more than acting.
Sorry?
This is a lot more than acting. You're trying to seek change in society.
Absolutely, but I'm doing it out of a genuine concern for me and a genuine concern for you know, people who have. I don't know. I don't do it out of something other than the fact that I believe in it. If I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't be doing it. In the sense that I feel like I can only talk about something if I really, really get affected by it. In that sense, I think everybody is deep down very selfish, because you only really react to things when you start getting affected by them. And this is something, as a woman, I am affected. I'm affected by the roles I get. I'm affected by the kind of, the way people look at me, judge me. So it affects me. So yes, I want to fight for it. Yes. But I won't lie. It's something that comes out of my own personal need for things to change.
Would you have done this piece differently if it wasn't India? Maybe worn something different, said something different, or would it be just the same?
If it wasn't India?
Yes.
of course, I mean, if I was living somewhere else, I would be affected by that. I don't know where that...
No, if you were performing this expression, say, elsewhere, would there be a lot more in this? Because there are more don'ts in this country than do's.
Right. I can't know that for sure. I think that I've always written out of a need for what I've experienced in my life, and what I experience in my life is around me in India. So this is very much intricately sewn into what I'm feeling in India today. So yes, I don't see how that would change if I was somewhere else, unless I was living somewhere else.
You know, the kind of work that Kalki's done, most of us must have seen it, be it your films, The Girl in Yellow Boots, or be it, the kind of campaigns that you've been associated with. One which comes to my mind immediately is the one where rape, it is your fault, woman. Now, with all of that, you've chosen the path of shock, completely shorn off any politeness of trying to make a point, because in this country, you're pretty much shaking the audience out there to see on what's going on. Why is that?
See, I've just wanted to do more and more because I've been affected by it. I think I was in Delhi when that rape happened, Jyoti Singh's rape happened, and I was very affected by it because I was living in the city, I was working there, and I saw all the protests, and I couldn't get it out of my head. So I wrote this blog on Facebook, and I still felt like I didn't do enough, and I felt like I can't be living in a place where I have the power and the education to do something and not do it. So I kept thinking, what can I do, what can I do? So when Tanmay Bhatt came to me from AIB and showed me the script, I jumped on it. I was like, it's brilliant. And you know what's brilliant about it is that it's something that can reach into everybody's homes, through the internet, through social media, and it's not, it's not your, I know a lot of young people who are not interested in causes, who are not interested in hearing an NGO speech. So we didn't, what was great about this was through humor, we're entertaining people and at the same time giving across a message.
One final question, Kalki. You keep saying that I've experienced a lot, therefore I have these thoughts and I want to put them out there. Can you give us instances from Bollywood?
Instances of discrimination?
Yes.
Or things that I can talk about in public?
Yes. After what you did, you can talk about anything in public. We'd be disappointed if you don't.
No, I've grown up, I was born and brought up in this country, so I've grown up being stared at. So for me, that's something that has deeply affected everything I do. Maybe that's why I'm an actor. I'm used to all the attention, Since childhood, because I was a white girl in South India, I was born in a small...
White girl, no godfather, nobody watching your back in Bollywood.
Born in a village of fishermen, Periya Mudalya Chavadi. Okay, that was the name of my village. And I was just one white girl living there. So for me, I've been growing up with this being stared at, for looking different and for being a girl. And of course, in Bollywood as well, an example is after Dev D, all the roles that came my way were prostitutes or item numbers. I said no to some 4 scripts. I didn't work after Dev D for 1.5 years in films. People don't know that about me. Like I wrote my play, Skeleton Woman, because there was nothing coming my way except the same stereotype. Oh, she'll do that kind of role. So yeah, I'm constantly fighting that and constantly trying to reinvent myself and say that I am an actor, that I am supposed to be a chameleon.
Do you think Bollywood continues to enforce stereotypes?
Yes, of course. Of course, the idea of the virginal beauty, is still very strong in most of our commercial films. But I think it's also changing. I think there are some really powerful women and good actresses who are doing great work. Vidya Balan.
I'm sending a message out there.
Huh?
I'm sending a message like you out there.
Yes.
Appreciate you joining us. Thank you, Kalki.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Kalki Koechlin.